Okay, in this video we're going to go over a type of transformation called a translation. This is covering Common Core State Standards for High School Geometry Congruence Standard A4. Now, a translation is really pretty straightforward. A translation is when you have a figure on any kind of coordinate plane, okay, and you actually slide it in some other direction, and you move it either along the x, well, you move it along the x and the y axis. Sometimes you just move it along the x, sometimes you just move it along the y, sometimes you move it along both. Okay, and I just want to go through an example, and I think you'll see how to do these. It's pretty straightforward. So here I have a figure, I have a triangle, and the first thing I should probably do is identify what each of the vertices are. Okay, so if I look at this particular vertex right here, it looks like it's -2, 0. Okay, so let's just put that in there. -2, 0. This vertex here looks like it's -2, 3, 4, 5, -5, 0. All right. And then this vertex here looks like it's -5, but 1, 2, 3, 4, y. So -5, +4. And let's say I want to slide or translate this particular triangle. I want to go a +5 along the x, and let's say I want to go a -4 along the y. Okay, now those instructions are pretty clear, right? So what I would do is I would take one of the points, and I would just add 5 to the x, right? So -2, let me just do this down here. -2 plus 5 gives me a +3. And then I would do the same thing with my y coordinate. I'm going to add -4 to my y coordinate on that same coordinate point, okay? So 0 plus a -4 gives me a -4. These would be the coordinates of that new point. Okay, so let's just do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that point is now over here, okay? And it would be the same thing with each of these points here. I'm just going to add a +5 to this -5. And I'll get 0. And I'm going to also add a -4 to that 0. And again, we know what that does. My new coordinate would be 0, -4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. New point. Do the same thing with this one. I'm going to go -5 plus 5 gives me 0. And then 4 plus a -4 gives me 0, which means that it would be there. Now let's go ahead and draw in what the new translated triangle looks like. And you can see that it looks like this triangle just simply slid down here.